Hello, hello. I hope you're having a great day, and hopefully this video will make it even better because today I want to recommend Razzle Dazzle, The Battle for Broadway by Michael Riedel. This is a wonderful book. It is nonfiction. I rarely read nonfiction, and I even more rarely recommend it because, there's just something about fiction, nonfiction. I just usually go more towards fiction, but this book is absolutely spectacular. I think that you will really enjoy it if you are drawn to theater, Broadway, but also really uplifting, great stories of actual human beings that have accomplished really important things and left a legacy. I mean, this book just has a lot of things to enjoy. It's delightful and it's really astonishing. So, Razzle Dazzle, The Battle for Broadway is written by Michael Riedel. And Michael Riedel is a very, very famous, important, famous and infamous writer who writes about Broadway. He has or had a column in the New York Post, and he appeared on Theater Talk, which you can still find on YouTube. It's amazing. I've been following Theater Talk for many, many, many years, and I've always enjoyed Michael Riedel as a voice. He has a very precise, a very specific tone. Some people don't get along with that tone and with the way that he's very harsh and very unapologetic. And some people call him cynical. Some people go as far as to call him a jerk. But I think he is really accurate and really on point and really sharp. And he's delightful as a narrator of these stories. It's really delightful to follow him as he's telling you this wonderful, real story. So, Razzle Dazzle, The Battle for Broadway is about many different things. It's about the theater, it's about New York City, it's about Broadway as an empire, it's about individual life stories that are absolutely wonderfully interesting and how they combine and how these wonderful people become members of a larger entity and they develop things that we are still talking about today. Like this book, it's really nourishing. That's how I felt it. And it's also exciting. It's exciting, it's thrilling, it's fun, it's incredibly readable. I guess if I had to describe what this book really is about succinctly, I would say that it is about the bunch of people and the bunch of Broadway shows that helped New York City recover from economic decline. In the at the end of the 60s, beginning of 1970s, New York City was not in a good place. It was sort of shady and very, dangerous and insecure and corrupt. And what Michael Riedel tries to say and completely succeeds in doing is telling you how these people, lawyers, producers, choreographers, directors, actors, creative people, artistic minds, came up with these ideas, starting with a chorus line, one singular sensation, da 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 da. Starting with a chorus line, which was an absolute smash that lasted, I think, 15 years on Broadway, how that really helped Times Square to recover and clean up, and then eventually New York City as a whole. Because Broadway is, the only attraction or the most important attraction in New York City that is very specific of New York City, of Manhattan. So it's about that. But again, there are parts of this book that read like a biography of different people, and they are just wonderful to read about. I especially loved Michael Bennett's biography part. He was, the director and the mastermind behind A Chorus Line. And there are just so many people. It's also a book about economy and, all the different financial and legal movements, dynamics behind the scenes of this theater industry, which I thought was very interesting. I never think about those things. It's also a very fun book because Michael Riedel delivers a lot of sharp humor, and there's a lot of gossip. Also, there's many things that I've been dying to tell people about this book, and I've been talking a lot about this book to many different people in my life. There's many anecdotes, there's fun facts, there's trivia bits. There's such an amazing amount of information in this book that is so interesting and funny, and it's laugh out loud funny, but it's also thrilling. There are chapters in this book that read like a thriller. It is exciting. It's just, you keep turning the pages. I read this book, which is a 400 nonfiction 400-page long book. I read this in like 3 days. It is so good. I would recommend this to everyone, frankly, but if you like the theater, just a tiny bit, if you enjoy or are drawn to creativity and art and theater in the slightest, you have to try this book. And I just found out that he is coming up with a new book, which is Singular Sensation, again from a chorus line. Singular Sensation. Da, da. And it's coming out this November, I believe, and I've already pre-ordered it. I will read everything that Michael Riedel can ever cook up because it was just absolutely wonderful. So this might probably be my favorite book of 2020 so far, which is saying a lot because I have read some really fantastic books this year, but this one just had something extra. It just has a bite, but a warmth as well that I really resonated with. This was just 5 out of 5 stars, easily 10 out of 10. Razzle Dazzle, The Battle for Broadway by Michael Riedel. I hope you enjoy it.